Mr. Zayed, I need your probation order, please.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Oop, your appearance. That's what your
1051 on behalf of Ms. Baldridge. Justin Zayed on behalf of Ms. Baldridge, who's at the podium.
Your name, ma'am? Your name, sir? I want to read something, counsel, that I received. Have you had a chance to read the victim's impact statement?
No, Your Honor.
So I'm going to read it to you. Your Honor, and all members of the court, thank you for your time in this matter and for upholding law in Michigan. On October 3rd of this year, the litigant chose to place myself and my two children at risk to life and limb by proceeding into a turn lane for opposite direction traffic and pass us out of vengeance. She knowingly endangered the lives of numerous people on roadways and then proceeded to leave the scene of the accident. Her decision that day, guided by anger and emotional stability, have us here today. The litigant made a decision to deliberately crash into a car carrying three persons. The U.S. government places the value of human life at $12 million per life, so that in my vehicle we were carrying $36 million in life had she killed us by her reckless maneuver. As of today, our car payment is $472.34 per month. I'm seeking $236.10 for the loss of our vehicle usage for 15 days of repairs that were required. In addition, I'm seeking loss of value to our vehicle in the amount of $2,000 according to numerous data sources which I provided. In the state of Michigan, statute 2576.618 is a misdemeanor for property damages, which carries a penalty of up to 90 days in jail and or $100 fines, as well as loss of points and or loss of license. In my opinion, being the occupant and victim, along with my two children, the litigant lacks serious emotional control and decision-making skills. She could be held accountable for this aggressive maneuver. This needless event could have led to loss of life, not just of my vehicle's occupants, but simultaneously other persons in other vehicles. So I'm going to ask you what you have to say, and then I'm going to ask if your client has something to say, and then I'm going to come to Mr. Muttart and see if he has something else he would like to tell me, and we'll go from there. So I want you to understand, sir, the prosecutor agreed to dismiss the leave the scene, which is a 6-point violation, Mr. Muttart. Defendant pled to failure to report, and also as part of the plea agreement, it appears the improper lane use was dismissed as well as part of the plea agreement. So she's here for a failure to report. I'm going to explain restitution to you momentarily. I'm going to let you say whatever you'd like to say, Mr. Zayed.
Thank you very much, Your Honor, for the opportunity to speak. And again, thank you for the witness to appear today and provide that statement. I know that Ms. Baldridge certainly takes it extremely serious, and so do I. Your Honor, this was an accident, and accidents happen every single day. Ms. Baldridge takes responsibility for what happened after the accident. She should have remained there. She should have identified herself, and she should have reported the accident. She suffers from severe trauma, Your Honor. In the moment, she made an impulsive decision to take off and go home to her family, at which time it was too late to have reported the incident. Nevertheless, she understands how this could have affected the other individuals involved in the accident. But again, it was in fact an accident. She made a mistake. She's taking responsibility for it today. She accepted a misdemeanor for this crime. As it relates to the restitution, Your Honor, respectfully, that is the essence of the no-fault law in the state of Michigan, where both sides are responsible for the damage to their own vehicles. Now, if there are any other extraordinary damages that Ms. Baldridge could be responsible for, I don't think that she's skirting away from anything that could be tangentially related to her actions. But when it comes to the accident in and of itself and the damage that was caused by a traffic accident, we're respectfully requesting the court act in accordance to the Michigan no-fault law, where both sides are responsible for that with their own insurance. And I don't want to spend my elocution dealing with that technicality. I want to spend it taking accountability. And I know Ms. Baldridge wants to do the same. She has no record. She's not a criminal, Your Honor. She made an impulsive decision, and she understands how that affects other people. And this incident has certainly opened her eyes to that. I think that there's an extremely low risk of recidivism. I don't think that she presents as a danger to your community, and I think that you'll never see her again for this. And I certainly expect Ms. Baldridge to put this behind her and be a valuable member of our community.
Thank you. Ma'am, anything you would like to say?
Yeah, I just want to say that I didn't intentionally do it. It was an accident. I didn't make a false decision.
Can you just keep your voice up for me a little bit, please?
It was an accident. I didn't do it on purpose. It was a false decision, but it was an accident, and I didn't intentionally go into their car. I do apologize.
Mr. Mutart, is there anything else that you would like to say?
To me, being an accident would be using a passing lane and improperly judging the distance between two cars and smacking into the side of it. Using a turn lane for opposite direction traffic coming on eastbound on Sibley Road and Highway 24. As we passed eastbound through the light, she used a turn lane for opposite direction traffic to do.
So she's on Sibley going
eastbound.
and she used,
A turn lane for opposite direction traffic
so for westbound Sibley traffic.
for westbound, it's for westbound traffic to turn south on 24.
I see.
So to me, an accident is improper passing, not judging distance correctly, but using a turn lane for opposite direction traffic, that being two solid yellow lines.
Anything else?
That was a turn lane. I did go on the turn lane, but it was a left turn lane because there's businesses on the left side and it wasn't double line. But I did use the yellow lane.
Okay. Mr. Zayed, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Mutard? I want you to understand something, sir. I don't write laws. I don't make the laws. Mr. Zayed is entirely correct, and I'm not sure, and your lawyer, by the way, did a good job for you. I'm not sure every lawyer knows this, but if there is a criminal act that involves a leave the scene. So in other words, let's say somebody operated a motor vehicle while they're revoked and then left the scene. The act that a criminal act was involved in the accident. If somebody's driving and charged with reckless driving and the people can prove that, and then the defendant leaves the scene, that's a criminal act. If somebody is driving, again, like drunk, recklessly, or revoked, that's a criminal act that gave rise to the accident. Her leaving the scene, while criminal in and of itself, had nothing to do with this accident. So I don't write the laws, but my position has been clear from day one on this, going back 20 years at least, that there's no restitution available when the accident itself had no criminal element to it. Now, I suppose somebody could argue, well, but in the act of leaving the scene, they crashed my car a second time. That's different. This did not involve that. So I want you to understand, I cannot enter an award of restitution, and I will not do that. Ma'am, you need to be more careful. Okay? $100 fines. I'm not going to place you on probation. You got a clean record, but please use your head, okay? $100 fines, $300 costs, $75 victims' rights fee, $50 justice assessment. I'm going to order 12 hours of community service or 90 days. The community service has to be completed. Hang on one second. By December the 23rd. Yes, now you raised your hand. Do you have a question?
I'm handicapped. Does that involve?
You can do that at any nonprofit organization, sedentary work. I'm not ordering court work where you have to walk up and down the streets and pick up papers, okay? So it's 5 1/4 and 12 hours of community service by December 23 or 90 days. You have 21 days to appeal, 14 days to apply for a court-appointed lawyer for purposes of appeal. Do you understand that? Do you understand? I don't want you to walk out of here thinking the judge doesn't care that this person almost killed us, because that's not the case. I cannot order restitution when I know that restitution is not properly awarded in a case like this, okay?
Okay.
All right, ma'am, can you pay all of this today?
How much is the total?
$525. I'm sorry?
But I believe it.
Okay, I'm gonna just indicate pay now. If you can't, you tell my court officer when you check your account, and then I'll be happy to give you more time to pay. You'll just walk back in here and we'll set up a payment plan. Counsel, that's it, except I'm gonna send you over to probation for they'll tell you where you can do, they'll give you ideas where you can do community service. Just has to be nonprofit, animal shelter, St. Vincent de Paul, Salvation Army, a church, I could care less. Okay, wish you well. Thank you, Mr. Zayed. You did a
Very
nice
much.
job here, sir. Thank you, Mr. Mutard. I sincerely wish you well. I'm glad this, nothing more